Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 4th of May 2021. I've just been looking through my YouTube feed here. So far it's been a bit of a slow news day really, I guess. I did notice that Dominic Raab was saying that things might not necessarily get back to normal after the 21st of June. That things like masks and social distancing may still have to stay in place. Yeah, of course that's going to be the case. Yet another example of the British government being totally dishonest after Johnson and all the rest of them saying we'll be totally back to normal by June the 21st this year. Now they're starting to go back on it. It's so predictable, isn't it? Probably what a lot of us were saying as soon as he came out. The government came out with that roadmap, whenever it was, February. I think it must have been sometime in late February. So that's just one observation. But looking down here, I've looked through this before. The only thing that really catches my eye at the moment is this thing by Hugo Talks Some More, which he's been forced to say now, as I think his original channel was taken down. So it says excel underwater. I dread to think, so let's just go in here and I'll just react to it and see what this is all about. I'm guessing some kind of government advice nonsense.
Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks Some More. So once again we have more upside down, mad world, clown, new normal nonsense. And this one is pretty astonishing. Rules spotted at a swimming pool. And yet another example of what happens if you follow the rules like a good, obedient little person. What happens? The threshold of the regulations just continue to become ever more stringent to the point where they are now telling you to exhale underwater and not look or talk to each other. Check out this sign spotted at a swimming pool. Look at these rules. When swimming, only active single file movement is allowed. When you need to rest, look away from other swimmers and maintain social...
Oh, for goodness gracious sake. I mean, even when you're swimming, trying to do something a little bit healthy and something to keep yourself fit and build up your immune system and all the rest of it with some good exercise, which swimming is. You've got these nonsensical rules and regulations, and you should exhale underwater rather than coming up and blowing your breath over anyone else who might be standing there, I guess. Absolute craziness.
Distancing. Overtaking is not permitted unless it can be done maintaining social distancing. When swimming, now this is the best one.
Well, so you've got to divert 6 foot around them when you're overtaking, and that'll make swimming hard work. Yeah, you end up swimming about twice the distance if you're a fast swimmer and you're overtaking loads of people.
When swimming, exhale underwater when you can. Exhale underwater. They are seriously asking people to breathe out underwater when they're swimming. So what next? What, drowning is permitted as long as social distancing is maintained? It won't be long before they ask you to inhale underwater. Next up on the list,
Yeah, exactly.
Backstroke. That's not allowed. Backstroke is not permitted. Wide strokes, such as butterfly, are only allowed if social distancing can be maintained. And on it goes. But yeah, the exhale underwater one, that is priceless. So yeah, a big old list of rules for you now if you wanted to go swimming. So this is what compliance and obeying every rule leads to. More and more tighter regulations.
Yeah, totally agree with that. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile. That's what always happens with these authoritarian regimes, isn't it? You know, they test the water, pardon the pun as we're talking about swimming, but they test the water, don't they, first of all, by introducing what might initially seem a fairly sensible rule, and then when they see people complying with it, they kind of just ratchet it up more and more until you're talking about absolute nonsense like this. So I agree 100% with what Hugo is saying here.
You know, first of all, it was wear a mask, and you did that. Then it's wear a mask outside, even if you're in the park alone. We now have a collective doormat society who need to say enough is enough. As always, thanks for listening. Comment.
Yeah, exactly. Enough is enough. Just take your nonsensical rules and regulations and take a running jump. That's what I'd say. And again, it's demonstrating the fact that things aren't going to be back to normal on or by June the 21st, are they? If they're kind of taking the time to make signs up like this and all the rest of it, you know, I can't see that all this is going to be over by June the 21st. So further proving that the government are a bunch of liars. And I was talking to someone the other day at the stand in the park, and apparently he's seen adverts for these COVID marshals. They're taking them on to, and the contract is all the way through to, I think he said January of next year. So why do we need COVID marshals through to January of next year if all this stuff's supposed to be coming to an end on June the 21st this year? So it's all very, very strange. So I think that was the end of it.
And subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, a place for the free thinkers who have...
No, he's just talking about his website. Well worth subscribing to him, I think, on his, or going to his website, I think, to hugotalks.com. So I'm sure that would be a very good site to check out. And just one last little bit of news I heard today is apparently old Billy Boy and Mel are getting a divorce. I mean, maybe it's because she doesn't like being married to a psycho, or maybe he doesn't like being married to a psycho. Who knows? But an interesting one to end on there. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.